Welcome to Recreation Television, a complete look at summer activities from Roanoke County Parks, Recreation, and Tourism. Well, you can see behind me we are out in the summer sun at Splash Valley Water Park, and there's no better place in the area to cool off this year. Well, we're open every day until August 12th and weekends through Labor Day. But if you can't make it here, you might want to check out Explore Park, where overnight camping is available for the first time ever. We'll take a look at that on today's show. Kids activities, we've got that too. From pottery to one of America's largest touch-a-truck events, we've got it all. And don't forget the adults. On today's show, we'll take a look at several new fitness classes. But first, I spoke with Department Director Doug Blunt. I'm here with Department Director Doug Blunt, and Doug, this is the most relaxed I think I've ever seen you hanging out at Splash Valley.
I really like this environment, Scott. I think we need to meet here more often like this.
But seriously, it's summertime. It's certainly one of the busiest seasons of the year, and one of the biggest focuses we have in our department is enrichment and activities for youth. So hundreds of different camp programs. How do you look at your the overall mission as it pertains to getting kids active and outdoors?
Well, I think it's real important that we get children away from screen time. We get them outside to participate in different type of activities. Not all the activities have to be about athletics. They can be about outdoor learning, nature. It can be about learning about history, other types of educational opportunities. But I think it's real important that kids they get outdoors, they get back to the way that many of us were raised as children, of being able to spend time outside hiking, being able to enjoy the environment, and just being able to fellowship outside with their peers.
And one of the things that makes Roanoke County different than a lot of places around the state or the nation are some of the amenities, like Splash Valley you see behind us. Talk about how Roanoke County really has invested in community enrichment through recreation in a really unique way.
Well, we provide, I think, a very balanced approach to outdoor participation. We do have this beautiful facility here at Splash Valley where children can come and not only swim and take swim lessons, but also have the fun part of being able to ride water slides and have different type of outdoor thrills. But we also are providing many summer camps, as you talked about. We have specialty camps. We have our more traditional type of day camp programs, but we also have specialized outdoor athletic camps that children can participate in. So when you look at that, and then you look at the numerous type parks that we have with the different amenities, anywhere from tennis to athletic fields to hiking trails, we really provide a very balanced approach to where there's a little something for everybody and their interest.
And we're really matching the community's needs as well. Let's kind of shift focus in that regard to outdoor recreation. A lot of buzz has been going on about Explore Park and some of the changes there, and it's really been a shift regionally in how we look at outdoor recreation, both for our citizens and for tourists.
Well, this entire area of Virginia's Blue Ridge is being nationally recognized as an outdoor recreation venue for mountain biking, for road bike racing, also for marathons. I mean, we have it all. And then you factor in our Blue Way system for people that want to paddle and ride inner tubes. We really have it all here in this area.
So for folks looking to go out specifically to Explore Park, you may have heard a lot about the changes. Expect a little bit of construction over the next 12 months or so.
There will be, and there's going to be some interruptions to folks being able to access different areas of the park. We're real excited. We're starting our internal water and sewer project, getting ready to start our infrastructure for building a bathhouse and the infrastructure to support our cabins and yurts. So there is going to be some improvements to be able to get to that progress that everybody wants to see at the park, but it's going to be very exciting over the next 12 to 18 months.
And just for those of you who haven't heard yet, some of the improvements, the camping amenities coming. We're partnering with primitive camping, overnight camping accommodations and tents, teepees, and cabins coming this fall, as well as other partners that are providing services such as equestrian services. If you check our website, explorepark.org, you can see when some of those are coming online. They'll be becoming available to the public over the next few months and really growing over the next couple of years. And finally, when you mentioned some of the construction going on, that doesn't mean that it's not going to be a spot of natural beauty, because that's one of the key points about Explore Park.
It is. We have very limited areas that we're disturbing to be able to put in the infrastructure. It's areas that have already been previously disturbed, and it's really fitting into the overall master plan for the development of what we strategically were placing where. But we're very fortunate that we've got some really good partners with Blue Mountain Adventures, Don's Cabins, as well as Reba Farm Inn, and we're real excited with the new services that we're going to be able to offer at Explore Park.
And check out some of our special events like Artisan Saturdays. We'll hear a little bit more about later. But the Visitor Center is open right now. What can they find if they go out there, even despite some of these, not all the amenities being open yet? Yeah,
the Visitor Center is open 7 days a week. You can stop in to get a snack, look at some of the different artisan wares that we have for local artisans that are making the different type of items, as well as we've got some unique Blue Ridge Parkway memorabilia that you're able to purchase. So the Visitor Center is a great place to stop in to get more information about the Blue Ridge Parkway and how to navigate up and down the parkway.
And if it gets too hot outside, I'm going to come right back here to Splash Valley Water Park and sit right next to you on a lounge chair.
That sounds great.
Thanks a lot, Doug.
Thank you.
From Splash Valley to summer camps, Roanoke County is your place for children's activities and fun in summer 2018. Well, we're one of the largest providers of camps in the area with over 150 weeks of children's programming. And it's not just children we serve, it's adults. This summer, overnight camping is coming to Explore Park. And earlier today, I got a behind-the-scenes look at several new camping amenities you can enjoy right now. This is Don Harrison, and he's partnered with us to build some of these fantastic cabins in Explore Park, which are going to be opening this October. And Don, tell me a little bit about how you got started into building really unique structures like this.
Well, I started out with building a cordwood house and then a dome house, both in Bath County, Virginia. And then I kind of got out of building for a while and decided I wanted to do something else and something unique also, so I came up with the arched cabin design.
Very unique concept, very striking look, and will lead to an interesting experience for anyone wanting to come out and enjoy the outdoors. So let's go ahead and take a look inside and point out some of the features with Don.
All right.
Now, Don, here we are inside the cabin, and the first thing that really strikes me is the wood smell. It's really refreshing and natural. Is that something that you were thinking of when you were building this?
Oh, most definitely, yes. I love the look and the smell of wood, and plus I left it unfinished so that smell continues to
really permeates the space and leads to that rustic experience.
Right.
The next thing I notice is the arch design. Right. Now, this is a really unique concept for a park cabin, isn't it?
I think it is.
And not only is the architecturally nice looking, providing you some extra space. If you take a look at that loft up there, what did you intend that space for?
Well, it was intended to be a sleeping loft. I know a lot of cabins are shorter than this, and I wanted to make it as tall as I possibly could to allow room for a loft above.
So really it feels bigger on the inside. Exactly. Doctor Who reference there for anybody who catches it. Right. But it really is a nice space as soon as you walk in. Another thing that strikes me is that bed right there. That is a queen-size bed. Normally you walk into a cabin in a state park or something like that, you'll find a full or a twin, but really large bed, isn't it?
That's right. I've got a queen below and then a full above.
Adding to the kind of cool, neat factor, especially if you have kids, is this rope ladder.
That's correct, yes. I decided to go with the rope ladder to make it more fun for the kids. We can also do a more solid ladder for adults if necessary, so we'll probably have a combination of both.
Once these get hooked up, you're going to have full electricity. That means lighting inside, that means heating and air conditioning. And if you take a look over there, you can see we have a refrigerator, microwave, and coffee set up, right?
That's right, yeah. We wanted to have all the comforts of home, just all in a small package here.
So really nice look, a rustic look. These cabins are going to be served by a brand new bathhouse, which will be opening up in October as well to serve the needs of the cabins and the yurts. So let's actually talk a little bit about the yurts now coming to the park.
Yes, we'll have 4 yurts. They're 16 foot in diameter, and they'll have a toilet and wash basin in each one of those.
All right, so you've got your water, you've still got your heating and electricity and air?
We'll have air conditioned, but probably no heat.
Okay, so for heat, you would check out the cabins.
That's right.
All right, so it's really unique. You've got to take a look inside and spend the night here at a cabin at Explore Park for the first time ever starting in October. I'm here with Holly Hart, co-owner along with her husband of Blue Mountain Adventures, and they are starting up a great, exciting service here at Explore Park available right now, and that is overnight camping. What you see behind us is a teepee, clearly. Tell us about this teepee.
This is one of our platform canvas teepees that we're going to rent. These will be available. They'll come standard with 2 cots, and we'll have several of these scattered throughout the park to start this year.
All right, so teepee camping, you're also going to have some primitive sites that are along the beautiful Roanoke River, and kind of to describe what those sites are like and how you can take advantage of those on your own.
Sure. Throughout the park, and especially down by the river, we have some wonderful primitive sites. They're just basic tent. You bring your own tent and pitch your tent. We'll have picnic tables and fire rings available for you. We have some wonderful sites down by the river, some of my favorite ones near the rapids, and I really enjoy it down there.
All right, so teepee camping available. All the teepee camp and the tent camping will be on these wooden platforms that are elevated from the ground, so you don't have to worry about the bugs or anything like that. So let's go and take a look at the canvas tent now. Now, Holly, the canvas tent you see behind us is so new, it's under construction, still doesn't even have the fly on it, but it gives you a good example of what you're going to see here out at one of the campsites, right?
That's exactly right. These are our platform canvas tents. They sleep up to 4 individuals. This will have a nice rain fly that's going to extend over this entire deck, so you'll have 8 feet of a deck night to hang out under.
And the first thing I'm struck by when I took a look inside this tent was how massive it is, the large space inside, isn't it?
It's big. It's great. We are very excited about these. We'll have a queen bed in here along with a couch that'll fold out, a nice sitting area. So this is going to be one of our nicer camping spots.
Really everything you need to camp overnight and then enjoy the trails and other amenities here at the park, or travel throughout the Roanoke Valley and enjoy all that we have to offer here. Now, one more thing I wanted to touch on, you also will offer some other cooking and services as well.
So this tent is made for our full service, our all-inclusive service. This provides you with your outdoor lodging to get outside and stay outside. We'll have an outdoor camp kitchen here that'll be stocked and ready for you. If you choose to have menu selection, you can choose from a menu. We'll have your groceries here and your food here, and you just finish it off and enjoy it. So the concept is you just come and get outside, and we'll take care of all the details.
We are taking reservations right now at explorepark.org/camping. If you want to find out more about some of the services, such as the food service and gear rental and shuttling throughout the area, you need to go to bluemountainadventures.com, which is bluemtnadventures.com. Thanks, Holly.
Thanks, Scott. Appreciate it.
Our partners at Blue Mountain Adventures and Don's Cabins will continue to build on the campground operations here at Explore Park over the next few years. Now, you won't find a more beautiful spot to spend the night than right here along the beautiful Roanoke River Gorge. The scenery here is also great picturesque landscape for painting as well. Not sure how to start painting? Well, you can get tips from an artist this summer in a new plein air painting class. We've had the privilege of working with art teacher Herschel Brewer at our Camp Roanoke sister facility for several years now, but for the first time he's coming out to Explore Park this summer to teach both kids and adults how to plein air paint. So first of all, Herschel, what does it mean to plein air paint?
It's basically a French term that means to paint outside while you're actually looking at the art.
All right, well, first of all, what is so great about getting outdoors to paint? Well, how is it different than painting inside?
Well, you actually have your model right there in front of you. It's Mother Nature. It makes the best model. And it's kind of more of a personal connection with the subject matter. You know, you get the breeze blowing in your hair, the bugs flying in your paint. It's nothing quite like the actual experience. It's not so static as in a classroom or in a studio. So it's much more invigorating. You make more of a personal connection, and that usually translates into a better painting.
Are there different techniques that you use when painting nature than you would in a studio?
I think the composition and the basics of art, the concepts of line, shape, and color that make a good composition are the same, but I think, like I said, it's more of a personal connection, so you get a little bit more excited about the subject matter, and so I think translates into a better piece of art.
What is the difference in teaching an adult how to paint versus a kid? Do you find there's much difference?
The art concepts are the same. You just adjust them to the grade level that you're teaching with. I try to show the excitement and enthusiasm I have for art at every grade level. Of course, with the younger kids, you kind of make it more of a game, and whereas at a higher level, when you get into the adults and college level, you're going to get a little bit more heavier into the concepts. But It's just adjusting your approach to the teaching.
If I walk into your studio or one of these classes and I don't know a thing about art, never painted before, what's the first thing you're going to tell me?
Well, basically we'll do a review of the 6 concepts of art: line, shapes, color, space, and value, and get into some composition. So it's not obviously a college level class. You can't do 16 weeks worth of work in a few hours, but you'll have enough that even if you've never picked up a paintbrush, that by the end of the session you should have your basic skills down and be excited and have enough to start off with.
Part of the expanding offerings here at Explorer Park, plein air painting, and don't forget, related to that, we have Artisan Saturdays 3 times this summer and into the fall season, so look for all of that on our website, RoanokeCountyParks.com. Painting outdoors is a great way to stay active and get some fresh air while you're learning a new skill. Well, when you think of Green Ridge Recreation Center, you usually think about fitness inside, but we also have some outdoor equipment that you can take advantage of this summer. Earlier today, I spoke to one of our personal trainers that has a very interesting story to tell. I'm joined by Matthew Hall. He is one of our new personal trainers here at Green Ridge Recreation Center, and frankly, one of the strongest people that I know. That's because Matthew's been involved in several strongman types of activities in recent years, and he's got a very interesting story. Matt, can you talk to us about how you got interested into in the strongman competitions and Highland Games?
Started with me. I was a wrestler in high school. After high school, in college, I blew my knee out. Went from there to coaching and found CrossFit. From there, went into the strongman, competed at Disabled Strongman in March. Started throwing Highland Games last year, and I'm on a national team to throw Highland Games in Scotland, to be the first paras to ever throw on Scottish soil this August.
And help clarify what that means exactly. Are you able to talk a little bit about your disability?
Yes. When I was born, I was missing most of the bones in both my legs. From there, my parents chose to have my legs amputated, and I was fitted with prosthetics at 6 months old.
Wow.
So it's all I've ever known. I learned to walk on prosthetics. When I was a kid, there was no adaptive sports. It was either can you do it or not. So I figured out how to do most things. I played most sports as a kid. I settled on wrestling, like I said, made it to the state tournament twice. And then walked on in college.
And as you were telling me about earlier, the prosthesis really was kind of an advantage having it so early in life when it comes to national and international competition.
It certainly does. I've had, I'm on my 38th year of an amputation, where a lot of the veterans or accidents, they're in their 3rd, 4th, 5th year. Yeah. They're still figuring it out, still kind of learning. That's where I want to be part of, as part of these teams to help show it can be done no matter where you're at.
So pretty soon, Matthew may be competing on an international level for Team USA, which is fantastic news, but also fantastic for us that we have him on board. Talk about your transition from CrossFit to being a personal trainer and what you bring as a trainer to individuals looking to get fit.
Well, through CrossFit, I love the functional fitness aspect, and it really fit in being an adaptive athlete, coming from disabilities. Yeah. Now here at Green Ridge, being a personal trainer, the advantage I have is I've been adapting workouts my whole life. If somebody has, whether it's a sore shoulder to an injury, I've learned how to do that for myself and to help others do that in their functional fitness goals.
Even individuals with injuries or even older individuals that need to adapt workouts for other reasons?
Most certainly. Any reason to adapt a workout, whether it's because of mobility issues, injury issues, or a doctor's recommendation.
Well, now let's move on. The piece of equipment behind us is the TRX Tactical Locker. It's something very unique to Green Ridge Recreation Center, and you've been instrumental in helping lead some small group workouts. What are some of the advantages of being able to use this equipment here at Green Ridge?
Well, one of the biggest advantages I find out here is we've got some space versus being kind of in the free weight room at Green Ridge. We've got a little bit more space throughout the room. We can do Olympic lifting out here. We can go overhead in several different ways to kind of really round out that strength piece, especially if you're looking for strength competitions, whether it be strongman, Highland Games, or even grip competitions.
So you can find out more about that at greenridgerecreationcenter.com and meet Matthew. Come say hello and hear his fantastic story and look for him on the world stage as a strongman competitor. Not quite ready for personal training? Roanoke County Parks has a wide variety of group exercise classes to get you moving and active. At Green Ridge Recreation Center, most of the programs are included in a membership. And here at Brambleton Center, you can take those classes a la carte, like this new program, A Bar Above.
Balance it out, take those arms out to the side, hold it right there, and if you can, you're going to pulse it out on those toes. Keep going.
I'm joined by Erin Lewis here at the Brambleton Center. She's one of our most popular new instructors here. And Erin, your journey started not too long ago. You were a member of Green Ridge Recreation Center before you became an instructor.
Yes, we joined the gym a few years ago, and I got so into fitness, diet, and exercise that I was at the gym taking classes about 6 days a week that I decided this is what I want to do. So I got certified and then got hired on. So I've been working almost 2 years now.
And so you teach classes both at Green Ridge and here at Brambleton. And one of the most popular classes is a Bar Above. Tell us about that new program.
Bar Above, it's just bar class. It fuses, you've got your yoga, Pilates, a lot of core work, strengthening exercises. And then what makes it a little bit more unique is, for me, in my classes, I like to use as much equipment as I possibly can.
What am I holding here?
We have got the gliders. You put
Not a Frisbee?
Not a Frisbee.
Okay.
So those are for under your feet. You can put them under your arms. A lot of curtsy lunges, a lot of leg work. You can do arm work, also kind of like push-ups, things like that.
Sliding on the floor.
Moving everything, working a little bit more muscles than you're used to working. We also have the bar ball, which is a great workout for strengthening your arms, your core. We use them a lot on the floor for ab workouts. We kind of hold them in between our legs, our ankles, and do a lot of squats, things like that. So it kind of makes it a little bit harder because you're having to hold on to that while you're doing all the other work. We use weights in every class. This, you want to use up to 3 pounds. We don't ever go above 3 pounds just because you're doing so many reps with the bar. You do lots of reps, small movements, so you don't want anything too heavy to hold.
Let's move to the bar and let's show me a couple of exercises. And while we're doing it, tell me how this is working my muscles.
Okay, all right. Well, if you want to right now, since we're just doing some moves here, we're going to put the equipment down. You're going to hold onto the bar here. You're going to get in first position. So we also incorporate ballet moves here. So you're going to have your heels together, toes out. You're going to just kind of breathe in, roll your shoulders back, hold onto the bar if you need to. Your hands can be on your hips. And you're just going to take your body down and up. So you can do your full range of motion. So as far as you can go down, as far as you can go up. If you can try to keep your heels on the floor, then that's going to make it a little bit better.
So that's something I have trouble with.
Yeah. So you're keeping your back up. You're going to start squeezing those glutes, squeezing those legs. Just kind of make yourself aware of what you're using.
What is the end result of this exercise? Am I working just on muscle tone, or is this on physical stamina?
You are actually, you're getting that strengthening, you're toning muscles. You're also, it's going to help you with your posture a little bit more. Flexibility, balance. A lot of balance too.
Posture, flexibility, balance.
And then you're going to tone up while you're at it too.
All of that in one class?
All of that in one class, yep.
And you can register online at RoanokeCountyParks.com to participate a la carte at Brambleton Center. And of course, if you have a membership or a day pass to Green Ridge, you can see Erin in classes there as well.
Yep, we've got a lot of bar classes offered at Green Ridge.
See you there.
So yes, thank you.
The Brambleton Center is a great place for group exercise, but there's one thing it's really known for, and that's pottery. Heck, who doesn't love to play with clay? And that includes kids too. We've got some great kids art programs here this summer that they'll enjoy. The Pottery Studio here at Brambleton Center is one of our unique assets, and we're lucky to have instructors like Rebecca McKeever that teach several classes here at the Brambleton Center. We're going to focus on the children's summer classes right now. You'll see in front of us, let's start with some pottery. You offer both kids pottery classes and family pottery classes. Tell us a little bit about how they're structured and how you teach kids how to mold with clay.
Well, actually, clay, adults and children can start at the same place because it's a medium not many people have had an opportunity to work in. So we begin in the class with hand building, and that helps you to get to know the clay in a way that's more successful.
And when you say hand building, you mean creations that weren't thrown in a wheel.
Right.
Okay.
So they were either made with coils or slabs of clay, or we've pinched and molded like the elephant to create a form. And then in the middle of the class, we work on the potter's wheel.
Okay.
And we mostly make cups and bowls, and you'll see some examples of those here. Everything gets glazed in the class, and then at the end we go back to hand building. And I like to do little fairy cottages, little boxes where the roof is actually a lid and you could store something in it, and fairy gardens are very popular now in the yard, so it could go in a fairy garden.
Well, how naturally does working with clay or working with a wheel come to kids?
Well, kids are very spontaneous. And so they are much more willing to experiment and be happy with what they make than grown-ups are in learning something new. And but the kids have a great amount of creativity, and they do a very good job. You just have to be still on the potter's wheel.
And one of the things I like about the way that you teach, it's not just letting them use their creativity, but there's also some theory, some instruction, and some history involved as well.
Yes, I like, you have to stress the process because you have to do it correctly or your pieces will break or crack or not turn out at all. And, but I do like creativity, so I'm always encouraging them, what else could you do with this? And that's how we get out of the molding elephants and people and motorcycles, and who knows what will come next.
Well, that's a great way to move on to Kids Make Art classes, another series we have this summer at Brambleton Center, which is a little more history-based. You've got some examples here.
Yes, so one of the people I love to do in painting is Claude Monet. And so we look at some of the images he made of water and his private home, and then the kids are allowed to paint whatever they want. We just
and this is one of your child students?
Yes, this is a first grade work of art.
That's pretty good for first grade.
Yes, they have an hour and a half to work, and so they really get to develop an idea. We've done the Mona Lisa and
it's
John
not just
Audubon.
History, it's technique. You focus on shading, highlighting.
Yes, so this was using value and contrast to create a work of art so that you're not putting the same colors next to each other, and that creates just a more powerful image.
All right, so whether you're looking to get your kids started in pottery, art, painting, watercolor, what have you, we have those classes here at the Brambleton Center. And Rebecca, it's a great class, a great way to begin. You can find information about it at RoanokeCountyParks.com. As you can see, kids' activities are the primary focus for us in the summer here at Roanoke County Parks, Recreation and Tourism. We're your one-stop shop for fun, no matter what the weather. But when it's sunny outside, there's no place I'd rather be than right here at Splash Valley Water Park, where for the first time this summer, on certain nights, we'll be open all the way until 10 p.m. Let's find out more about this and other programs at Splash Valley. Well, it's hard to believe, but we're now entering our 8th season of family fun here at Splash Valley Water Park, and I'm joined by the Aquatics Director, Jen Ewan. Jen, what makes Splash Valley Water Park such a unique place?
Well, you can't really find anything else around in the valley like this. It's got plenty of slides, plenty of fun for everybody, concessions, I mean, events, everything.
All right, let's talk about those events. This summer we're doing something new on Friday nights. From June 29th through July 27th, every Friday night we're going to be open until 10 p.m. Now, that's the first time we've ever been open so late. People ask us all the time, well, I enjoy swimming so much during the day, why not extend those hours? So several great things about that. Each night has themed events and activities from K92 Radio, and also one night our partners from WFXR and CW Network for Superhero Night, which is June 29th. So every week there's going to be different activities, family fun, and admission is reduced. If you're here after 4 p.m., it's only $6 to get in the gate, no matter how old you are or where you live. So make sure you mark your calendars this year. And Jen, it's really quite an operation to staff this place, keep it running. What is going on behind the scenes that folks walking in off the street don't get to see?
Well, we are constantly hiring. We train as well in the facility. We have typically around 80 lifeguards during the summertime because we have to run the indoor pool as well. But we have so many lifeguards because we have so much area to cover.
All the little nooks and crannies are covered. The particular lifeguarding system that we use here is Ellis & Associates. It's used by water parks all around the world, and it's one of the highest standards of safety, isn't it?
It truly is. And they don't just sit stationary, they actually rove, meaning they walk around so they can see every little section of the pool.
So what's a lifeguard doing? I see them up on the stand. Sometimes they're standing up, not sitting down. Sometimes they're walking. What are they looking for out in the water?
Anything that could be potentially a hazard in the pool. So if a guest was in distress, then yeah, they would have to see that.
And they're tested on this as well, right?
They are. There's unannounced audits on a quarterly basis. So there's Ellis & Associates, they come in and actually audit them on their skills, make sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing.
And have we passed with flying colors?
We sure have. The last couple times we actually exceeded our audits.
So you won't want to miss the family fun by daily admission or pick up a membership. We hope to see everyone out here at our fantastic new special events this year at Splash Valley. It's a blast for both the kids and the adults. Not sure about the weather? Well, you can find out online at our website, splashvalleywaterpark.com, or if you go to splashvalleywaterpark.com/alerts, you can get text or email messages every time we close due to lightning. Well, we're hoping for the best weather at the end of July when we offer our 10th annual Touch a Truck event, and it's one of the biggest events ever at Green Hill Park. I'm joined here by Wendy Schultz, Special Events Director for Roanoke County Parks, Recreation and Tourism, and also Neil and Kayla from AOE Entertainment. And we're here in front of one of the coolest trucks in the Roanoke region, and it is a video game truck. We're going to tell you a little bit more about that in a second. The reason it's here is we're talking about Touch a Truck. It is the 10th annual event held at Green Hill Park. Wendy, when is that event?
It is happening on July 28th, Saturday, as you said, at Green Hill Park from 10 to 3. And it's going to be an amazing 10-year anniversary.
All right, well, 10 years, it's one of the largest events of its kind in the nation, isn't it?
It absolutely is. And the wonderful thing about it is not only do we have every imaginable kind of truck or vehicle, wheels, wings, and water, anything goes as long as it moves in some fashion. But when we started in 2009, we have more than doubled in size. We will have more than 200 vehicles.
All right, now this is an event, a lot of kids show up. It's not just vehicles, it's vendors.
Absolutely.
It's
Food
water play.
We have the famous fireman's foam. You can come in and cool off just in case it happens to be warm. We have a petting zoo. We have magicians. We actually have a climbing wall this year. So there's a variety of things to do. Plus a lot of folks that bring their vehicles, such as this one, have things for the kids to do within the vehicles.
That's right. It wouldn't be possible without all of the great volunteers that we have from businesses throughout the community, such as AOE Entertainment. Neil and Kayla, tell us a little bit about what your business is, how it got started.
So my husband Neil actually has been a disc jockey for 27 years plus, and that's how All Occasion Entertainment got started. And then when he and I met, we started branching out from that business and then created this mobile gaming trailer, which we had custom built. It features 4 gaming consoles, 4 50-inch TVs. We can accommodate up to 16 kids at a time, depending on the games played. So we bring the party to you. So that's what we have to offer for entertainment services. So we're going to have this featured out at the Touch a Truck event.
A lot of kids are real excited, a lot of excitement. They enjoy coming in, sitting down, playing with friends. They really have a good time.
Wendy, why should they bring their friends out?
Absolutely. Everybody makes it an annual event these days, and we forgot to mention it's absolutely free. Unless you want to buy some food for the food vendors that we were talking about, everything is absolutely free.
And once again, 10 years is a long time to be doing any of events, but we couldn't do it without the help of community partners like AOE Entertainment and many others that are going to be out there. So we look forward to seeing you out there on July 28th at Green Hill Park. We hope you've enjoyed today's show and found some great activities you can bring the family to enjoy this summer through Roanoke County Parks, Recreation and Tourism. We've helped you move, showing you group exercise and personal training options here at Green Ridge Recreation Center. Helped you splash here at the area's premier outdoor aquatic destination. Helped you learn some new pottery skills for the kids. And helped you explore overnight camping for the first time ever at Explore Park. Find out about these and any other activities online at RoanokeCountyParks.com or check us out several times a week right here on RVTV. Until next time, we'll see you in the parks.